The Cult of Cheesefilm. Welcome back to the Cult of Cheesefilm. I am your host, Cheesefilm, and today I'm back over here. That is because for the first time in what feels like 4 years, we have Randy Official back on the case.
He didn't get his picture ready.
No, I'm a little rusty.
His picture from Abominable Snowman. That's okay.
He's back there on the cameras and running audio and putting up all the graphics, and he's back. And
He's the man.
We shouldn't have as much technical difficulties as we did with, at very least, E.T. Because I don't know what happened there. But, like, there's...
Oh, well.
And how I edited it was kind of like it's have you watched it?
Yeah.
With, like, the pictures kind of zooming in and panning around.
Yeah.
Like it's a documentary.
And a lot of
a
trailer in it, yeah.
But join with me, as always, is my partner in crime, the torturer himself, Hecubus.
The Robert Stern of the...
Stern.
Of the Cult of Cheesefilm. I wanted to call it the old name.
And we're talking about a movie that is kind of an interesting one.
Yeah, it is.
And it's got an interesting story behind it, and it's based on a true story. Or based on a true person.
Two.
I'm
They're
not
both
sure
true.
if any of the victims are fictitious.
I was listening to a woman who I think is a witch, modern, talking about this movie, and she kept naming the one, I think on the ladder, like her real name. So that they might be real.
That one was real.
They wrote the stuff down. It's documented. They weren't kidding around. They were, well, they made it appear that way. I'm getting ahead of myself.
We're talking about, of course, the 1968 cult classic, maybe, The Conqueror Worm, or better known as The Witchfinder General.
We got them both up there, Tom.
Okay, because I was like, why is it coming up as two different movies?
But we got both of them in there. That one's way cooler.
Yeah, so
it's gross.
That's the one I used for the Steelbook, which I have misplaced. I've got my Region B Blu-ray of it, which I don't really care for this cover.
I like it.
I'm not a big fan of the big face stuff.
Yeah, I do like the other one better.
Yeah.
Because I prefer the original, and that's obviously made up for that and to promote that it's Vincent Price. But, yeah, and that Conqueror Worm one was great.
Last technical difficulty. His camera has a Wi-Fi thing flashing.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
It won't. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I know. It's been there. The camera's Wi-Fi is enabled, and it's a pain in the butt to switch off and then switch back on.
And that's why you need to donate to the Patreon, so that way we could afford Wi-Fi for our camera.
Well, no, it's letting you know that it is on, not that like it's like I can control it from my phone.
But it's good to know you're paying attention, Tom. And it's a witch. Witches put that in it. That's my familiar over there.
True.
Oops, right over here.
Now, this movie stars Vincent Price, and I kind of want to talk about that because there was a lot of drama.
Yeah.
With that. So this movie was directed by Michael Reeves.
Yes, it was. His last movie, I think.
It was. He died shortly after this came out. Michael Reeves and Tom Baker did the screenplay for this, based on the novel from '66. This Tom Baker is not the Fourth Doctor.
Okay.
And the wiki made a point on saying not to be confused with Tom Baker from Doctor Who.
Really? That's funny.
I don't know anything about this Tom Baker. He doesn't seem to have a blue name on the wiki page.
Okay.
So I couldn't really learn anything about him. But it's an English movie. This movie was made and produced in England, the United Kingdom.
Well, it was half produced by American International Pictures.
Which is why Vincent Price is in it.
Right. But it's all England.
Yeah. And it's shot in England. Do you know what the budget was for this movie?
I might.
Because I've got it pulled up.
What do you got?
83,000 pounds.
I don't have to. Yeah, I think it might have been a pound, so I didn't bother
Converting
getting it. Yeah, because I
Randy,
don't know
can
how
you
much
convert
that is.
83,000 pounds? And then adjust for inflation from 1968? Vincent got paid $12,000 for this.
$112,000.
And is that adjusted for inflation?
No.
So put that in 1968 money. Because I would really like, because it made a lot of money on rentals.
And
a lot.
It's not, I thought I heard that it's like out of print. Like that's rare to get.
So I went on eBay to find this.
Right.
And the one you have is in the box set.
Right.
Which is not out of print. You can go to Walmart and get it.
Oh, okay. I was just wrong. Must have been thinking of something else.
Almost $2 million.
$2 million budget today. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's not, well, obviously we're not making a movie for $2 million, but it's not extravagant.
No.
It's kind of
normal. You can tell
normal.
it's a low budget movie, especially the night shots.
The what?
The nighttime shots.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's almost distracting how poor that was done.
Uh-huh.
But this one was supposed to star Donald Pleasance.
Right.
Was supposed to
That's
be in
who
this.
Michael wanted.
And Michael was pissed
Yeah.
that Vincent was forced upon him.
And American International are the people that insisted Vincent Price be in it just for the recognizable stuff that audiences in America would be like, oh, it's Vincent Price, so he's the evil, scary guy.
Yeah. And being a fan of Mr. Price's work, I have watched almost all of his films.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that this is one of those rare few times where he gets to be pure, irredeemably evil.
Yes, right.
Like there's a lot of movies he's the bad guy in where he's possessed by a demon or kind of goes crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But there's movies like this where he is just irredeemably bad.
Right, he's not like overacting or
No, he's
chewing up the
kinda
scenery
underacting.
or anything like that. No, he's just being a regular person, sadistic piece of crap person.
And I really
And he
kind of
does it
felt
good.
he was more like he had a sense of like regalness to him, especially
Right.
when paired with who played his henchman there.
My thing keeps going off. Rupert Davis?
I thought Rupert was the good guy.
No, Ian Ogilvy's the good guy. Rupert Davies is the stern guy.
Okay.
That guy on the left. And they both, like, all right, so the thing is, the real guy, what's his name?
Matthew Hopkins.
Matthew Hopkins.
Hopkins.
And Stern there, they would go around during the English Civil War in the 1600s and really rid towns of witches for money. And it's obviously BS. Like everything they were doing when they're torturing people, like if I stab your thing with this pokey thing and you don't bleed at this part, well, that's where the devil feeds off you and crap. Or the infamous one, I don't know if I got a picture of it, but they lower them down into water, and if they float, they're witches, and if they drowned, then
weren't.
it worked.
If they float and try to swim away,
yeah,
their evil has possessed them.
Right.
But if they don't, then we know that they are not witches.
Right.
But like the whole thing was anybody can accuse you of being a witch.
Exactly.
And they're going to come investigate it. They're going to come and kill you is what they're going to do.
They're going to kill somebody.
No
They're coming
ifs,
there
ands, or
to
buts.
kill people because that's how they get paid.
Yeah.
And I think these two guys, Davies and Price, play them kind of like grifters.
Yeah.
Not like they're serious, I have serious work to do. Like the real ones kind of, I think, did. But they might have been capitalizing off of people's fear and the turmoil at the time. And but they portray them kind of like they don't really care. This is my job, and I'm a sadistic POS, so I get to torture and kill people. I don't care about their lives. I just want the money.
Mm-hmm.
And they do a good job at that.
Did you read into the real guy?
A little bit, yeah. And then until they come across the wrong guy, when they mess with his
The
woman.
soldier? Yeah. So what sucks, I guess spoiler alert, Mr. Hopkins there, the real guy, retired, lived his life, retired,
Yeah, he did
and
this
died
for
of tuberculosis.
some years. Yeah.
Like, he has a very gruesome death in this movie,
Yeah.
which has some drama behind it, but the real guy never got his just desserts. He died from tuberculosis.
Yeah, he retired.
As a wealthy man,
Yeah.
who was a self-proclaimed Witchfinder general.
Right.
He never
Self-proclaimed.
was given that title by
Right.
anybody.
Nope, he
just
did it
called
himself.
Which
And the one
sucks.
The one which one I was listening to said he was 27 when he died.
He was.
So you got this real young guy. Some of these people are old. Coming
Yeah,
around
Vincent
saying
Price
you're gonna, yeah, he's old, but I mean the townspeople at that time, well, they probably weren't too old either, because the guy dies before he's 30, and I'm gonna come in here and just start taking one of three people and killing them, torturing and killing them, and they're like, okay, thanks. But it's a lot like they play it straight in this, but
They do. Which is why I think Vincent does such a good job in this movie, is because he can be very over the top, very comedic almost, and corny when he's playing villains. And in this, he's not in this. He's
not
He's got a
mustache
very
twirling.
regal presence about him.
Yeah.
In this, like he's a nobleman, or like he is the
he's been
Ian
ordained to do
McDiarmid
this.
in this movie.
Yeah,
what I
right.
mean? Like Palpatine in Star Wars doesn't move around a lot. He just kind of says these lines in a very distinct, noble way, and then his scene ends. That's very similar to how Vincent Price is in this. He doesn't ever really raise his hand to hurt anybody.
No,
he has his
doesn't
guy
do
to
it.
do that.
Yeah, he's got.
And
somebody
even
for
when
that.
he does, he is the one doing all the torturing. He has the townspeople doing it
Right.
for him. He
Yeah.
is, and which is kind of adds the cruel and evilness of the person, is
Yeah.
that he feels he's justified in what he's doing, and it will not get the blood on his own hands.
Right.
Has his minions do it for him.
Yeah, you don't get his hands dirty. But at the same time, when at the end, when he's got the gun on people, you believe he's going to shoot them.
Yeah.
He doesn't do any of the torturing stuff and has somebody else do it. But when he's
Well,
got
he
that
does
gun,
shoot the gun at the soldiers earlier on.
yeah, like he's not unwilling to do it, but he just doesn't do it. Like, he really doesn't want it. That's beneath him.
You're right. Yeah, I was about to say that. Like he's gonna. I don't know. I don't. It's kind of like Frollo from Disney's
Yeah.
Hunchback, where it's like, I am the righteous, I am the pious man, I am the one who inflicts God's will and judgment.
Yeah, I'm doing God's work.
This is my tool, and it's a very, very depraved man who enjoys
right.
the
Yeah.
suffering of people. Like, he gets a kick out of it.
And he's like, I've come up with another. That's why the latter one. He's like, I
Yeah.
came up with another way to
Torture.
get rid of these witches.
To purify the innocents. And the fact that there was
Which
no...
didn't really happen. All of these women were hung. Everybody he killed were hung.
I don't think they ever burned anybody. I don't know
Yeah.
which...
In England they didn't anyway.
yeah, I don't
And
think
somebody got one of the his victims, who the woman said the real name. She did get burned at the stake, but because she cheated on her husband.
Oh.
Or no, she killed her husband.
Oh.
It was called petty treason.
Jeez. I don't know about the Salem witch trials here, if anybody was burned. I don't know much about it. Courtney does. If she was here, she
Right.
would.
But I think they were. Or maybe they weren't. I
But
don't
a
know.
lot of them were, crushed. A lot of them were
Yeah.
stabbed.
Yeah.
A lot of them were hung or drowned. It was not... I don't know. They were not very...
1450 to 1750, they were burned alive in continental Europe and in Scotland.
but not in the UK?
What's his name didn't. He only hung people, apparently.
Well, I don't know if you consider Scotland part of the UK. But continental Europe is
I
not
said,
the UK.
It's not. All of that at this time, too, was up in... It was a civil war going on. And so Scotland all these areas are their own thing, really.
Well, no, well, I bring up this distinction because it's saying very clearly that the continental Europe, which
Right.
is Spain to
It's Germany, France,
Germany.
Switzerland
Right.
were named specifically.
and which is not the UK, it's all an island.
Yeah, it's
and
its own
then
thing.
the north half of that is where,
The north half of England?
is where I believe Ireland and stuff is.
Yeah, yeah. Scotland and Ireland are up there.
So the England part of it never burned their witches,
Right.
from what this fact check says. Am I interpreting that correctly?
Yeah, and in Scotland they strangled them or garroted them before they set them on fire.
Probably.
Okay, so they burned the witch body.
Yeah,
They never
Oh,
like
right.
burned
Not
somebody
them
alive.
that's in
Yeah.
Scotland.
That's terrible.
Frequently they showed mercy.
Well, yeah, because they're not monsters in Scotland.
Oh,
Yeah, that's right.
This guy kind of looks like the dude.
He does. So
That
that's
looks
what's
like the dude,
the
from,
real
Big
guy.
Lebowski.
What do you mean? What guy?
You're talking about
Vincent Price looks like the Big Lebowski a little
so
bit.
the wig, especially how it sits on his
Something.
head.
His gray
Like if
beard,
you
too.
put the sunglasses on him, it's kind of Jeff Bridges.
The Witchfinder abides.
But they did a good job with the costumes in this movie too. I thought a lot
Yeah,
of
everything
the
is
stuff-
great and period wise.
Yeah.
And it's not all castles and that kind
Very
of spooky.
little.
They go to a castle, but isn't it basically that's a prison?
Yeah, there's
That
one
one
castle,
castle.
there's one church, then there's the dungeons that the
Yeah.
small villages have.
Yeah.
These dungeons. But a lot of this stuff was filmed in what did I say? Like aircraft
A hangar?
hangars
Yeah, that
that they
makes
built
sense.
a set in. And then they did a lot of the outside stuff.
Right, outside.
A lot of the stuff is shot outside, and a lot of it does kind of feel like you went down the street, filmed
Yeah.
this angle here, and this angle here. Like it's not
Yeah.
very diverse.
But you really
But I've
get
never
a
been
sense.
to England,
I haven't either, but
so I don't know if it all looks the same.
like it's unremarkable. All of them, you know what I mean? And it's being like what you said with this one angle, this another, it makes it less spectacular than a big castle or a castle out in the lake and all
Yeah.
that crap.
It kind of grounds
More
it in a
real.
real
Yeah, that's what I was
feel
getting at.
to it. And it when you first put this on, and you're first kind of watching it, it does kind of get a little B movie, where
I
like,
get
it doesn't
that
look.
100%.
They're drinking out of stuff you can tell is either empty or foam.
Uh-huh.
He's hitting tables that you can tell is being fully. There's no.
Yeah, there's a lot of Foley
weight to
and
stuff here. Yeah, you can like the doors especially. Like I think if one of them gets kicked through a door and there's door breaking sound, but like the door doesn't move like wood does. And the stage combat is wildly over the top.
Yeah.
There's a lot of B moviness to this movie, but as you keep watching it, it almost just you get enveloped in it and you don't notice it as much anymore.
And that's one thing I like. This is billed as a horror movie, but
It's almost
I
a
was
drama.
not getting into it, thinking of it as a horror movie, but it is way more a historical drama that horrifying things happen in.
Yeah.
And it's good to, if you go into it with that mind, you'll be better. Because I was like, this isn't that very good. Nothing's really happening. And then, but I watched the whole thing and I was engaged in the whole thing. And then I was thinking about it later. I'm like, yeah, that's just a historical drama. I wouldn't even think that as a horror movie.
Well, and what's funny is when I was
It's pretty good. It's a good movie.
suggested to this film, it was The Conqueror Worm.
Yeah.
And we were watching a bunch of Vincent Price movies, and I was like, okay, so what supernatural thing is going to happen? And I went
Yeah.
into this movie thinking,
Right.
who's going to get possessed? Where's the demon going to be?
I thought there were
going
going to be real witches in it, too.
Which I didn't even know it was a witch-finding movie until
Yeah,
he shows
right.
up. And then I was like looking it up, and I was like, oh, this is based on a true guy. This is
Right.
all real events. It's not a horror movie like you would think it's a horror movie. It's a
Yeah.
horror movie of kind of just
People are horrifying.
events. Yeah. It's kind of interesting that way because you don't see horror movies like this. Like
No.
if you build a movie as a horror movie and it's
Right.
the true story of Jeffrey Dahmer,
Yeah.
you know, and it's not overly horrified like
Jump scary and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
it would be. It kind of gives you a little bit more of a like dready feel to the
Yeah.
film, because not only is this real, it's not shot dramatically, it's shot realistically,
Yeah,
and
right.
it makes you kind of look over your shoulder sometimes.
Yeah. Like Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
Isn't really a horrifying movie, but the things that people do
just like
is
Silence of the
horrifying.
Lambs.
Yeah.
Here's a little thing. Because this was distributed by AIP, they attached Edgar Allan Poe's
Yeah,
name
that's
to
why
this,
it's called The Conqueror Worm.
but it has nothing to do with anything.
Nope. Just like the other Raven
Yeah.
and all the other ones.
And I kind of, and I've soloed those movies when this podcast started, but I kind of do want to
Yeah.
revisit a lot of them, especially now that I've got other people to talk to about it. Roger Corman did this whole Poe adaptation arcs with Vincent, and like they then just started attaching him to that,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it just became wild that like if you they wanted this to be called The Conqueror Worm with Vincent Price just to sell stuff because he did those movies before,
Right.
and they were popular.
Yeah. It worked, so let's not mess with that.
Yeah, and it's just kind of interesting to see. Like it would be weird to go and see like Dr. Dolittle, but they market it as Iron Man 4.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because Downey Jr. is in it, and
Exactly.
he just was known for playing Iron Man. Like it's unheard of to do that now,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know why they did it then. Was
I was
Edgar
just-
Allan Poe like huge in the '60s?
I
You
think
know?
he was only huge in the 60s because of these movies.
That's what I'm saying.
And like literary people like Edgar Allan Poe just because
I like Edgar
reading
Allan Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe. But I think mostly kids that aren't going to read Edgar Allan Poe, like teenagers and stuff that go to drive-in movies and are going to watch a double feature and make money for these. All these movies make money. Every single one of them
Yeah,
make
they
money.
do.
They just keep going towards that audience instead of any kind of authenticity with Edgar
Here-
Allan Poe.
Your copy was The Conqueror Worm. Did it say The Conqueror Worm, or did it say Witchfinder General?
It said Witchfinder General.
Okay, so did you get the poem at the end of the movie?
No.
Because I didn't either. That's only for the American release.
Right.
Vincent reads a passage from The Conqueror Worm
Yeah.
to bookend the movie,
And give it that reason that has that title.
which I think happens in the if you go on Amazon Prime and watch it with like Screenflix or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That is the American release.
Okay.
And I think that does, because that's the one I watched first before I saw this one. So I was like, they did that. They do that though with all those Poe movies.
Yeah,
they
they
just
do.
bookend it. That's how it's tied.
Yeah.
Which I wrote an adaptation of The Telltale Heart that I really, really, really would love to film in the style that of Roger Corman's Poe trilogy, as like a love letter to that. And like all it is, it's about like a sorcerer who summons demons in his dungeon basement, and he's stealing souls, and how they defeat him is because he's a demonic wizard guy. He's cut out his own heart and buried it in the floorboards,
Oh, okay.
and that's how they kill him. And they hear
Yeah.
the thumping of the heart.
That is
Otherwise, it's not tied to it at all,
Right.
intentionally. You
yeah,
know?
and the whole thing about that, the story is just guilt. Because
Yeah,
other
that's all
people
it
don't
is.
hear the heart. Only he does. Yeah, that's a good way to do it because it's so
over the
not-
top and nothing.
yeah.
Yeah. So
I turned mine off.
that was music playing. I don't know. That's kind of spooky.
That was weird.
Did you start playing music?
It's Edgar Allan Poe. No, I didn't.
That is so wild. I don't know how that happened.
You're looking at your watch, yeah.
So Matthew Hopkins from 1645 to 1647 went around killing people. I think you have a picture of the real guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
They-
That's from his book.
He looks like that in this movie. Like
Yeah,
they
he
got the
does.
hat down, the
Yeah.
weird cape, the puffy neck thing. Like it was really well done. And that's I want to praise this movie a lot on how well it does, because there's a lot of stuff that like is just a low budget movie.
Mm-hmm.
But like a lot of the costumes are on point. The lighting's really good in a lot of this. The cinematography is really well done.
Yeah,
too,
it is
I've noticed.
nice.
Like
it's got good camera at work.
Really well shot. Yeah, the practical effects in this aren't that like obviously when they're lowering bodies down in the water, you can tell they're stuffed clothes.
Lighting that one on fire.
Yeah.
But like when he's sticking that first guy,
I was wondering how they
wow,
did it.
That looks real.
Yeah, because it goes into his back and he pulls it out, and like thick red blood comes out of his back every single time.
Yeah.
And I was asking Courtney, do you think that the spike or I think it's like an ice pick, plunges into the handle, and there's a reserve of blood in there that
squirts it out,
leaves like, blood on the body, and then as it comes out, it just gravity, because it does look.
Yeah, that's it.
Really good. Like the motion of how it comes out is too natural to be like, because you can tell he's not wearing a blood pack.
Right. Well, it looks like he's got boils or something on him, and that's why he's sticking them in those spots. They say it, but yeah, it looks good. It looks good. Wow, I was like, holy cow, they're really stabbing that guy.
I mean, a lot of the blood in this is.
It's
blood.
Yeah, it's paint or whatever it is. It's way too
and red.
Yeah,
like red. And doesn't move like blood would, or doesn't like there's a part where somebody gets stabbed and he's on the floor and he starts pooling blood out of his mouth, and it's like, well, that wouldn't have happened,
right?
But and so to have the effect like that be done in a way that's really, really convincing.
Yeah, it was convincing,
especially for a movie that had a shoestring budget,
right? And at the time where these kind of effects were not. Everything's dark on purpose, so you can't really see it.
Or black and white.
Yeah.
Watching the color version of House on Haunted Hill it's so weird, because like it's the black and white hides a lot of the Halloween store effects that they had.
Right. Yeah.
But to have this to be confident in your ability for this is a commendo. What else do I like about this movie? I think it's cool that they keep coming back to the military stuff, and the military stuff is almost unbelievable, but at the same time kind of interesting to follow.
What do you mean unbelievable?
The guy deserts like 3 times.
Yeah, well, the first time, and then he comes back, and his boss is like, dude, I like you. You're going to get promoted, but man, don't do that again. He, of course, does it again, but everybody understands. The Witchfinder guy assaults his wife, and he's like, he's got to go get revenge. And they're like, we got this war to do, buddy. You can't go get revenge yet.
And he does. He sticks to it. He's like, okay, we got this thing, but then he goes off to find the king, who nobody thought to stop.
Right.
And he gets mad at everybody. And then they hear about Anthony Hopkins murdering
Matthew.
people, and he just goes into a rage.
Yeah. But the other guys go with him, too.
They do. They back him up.
Yeah. Which
I thought was really cool. And I won't lie, I was like, oh, now he's going to get it. The military's coming after him.
Yeah, right. And he is scared. Vincent Price's character, Matthew, there is scared when he hears they're in town.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, crap, we got to go.
We got to get out of here.
Because he's not... You would think if you were that... how that powerful and righteous and all that, you would be like, because he does capture him, he wouldn't be afraid of him at all.
Well, he comes up with the idea to have the innkeeper, somebody, accuse him of being a witch.
Yeah, right.
To give him the legal authority to just go ahead and kill him.
The legal authority that he gave himself already.
That is a good question. I want to look into this.
I guess whatever Cromwell guy, he was working for him, but he never really... He didn't give him that job. He just took the job, called himself Witchfinder General, and went out and did it and collected money for it.
But, like, who said to do that?
Nobody.
And
nobody. He's got no authority.
It's wild.
It's mostly like in Holy Grail when they're like, well, he must be a king or something. Why? Because he's not covered in shit. And these guys aren't covered in shit, and so they have authority. They must be good guys. They must know what they're talking about. They don't have crap all over them.
Because they keep saying like I'm protected by authority of law and all that stuff, but like who granted that? Who said go out and find witches?
Exactly,
Especially during a civil war.
Well, like, let me see your badge. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, they're like, oh, okay.
Let me see your.
And you're going to
papers.
torture somebody? You're going to torture my wife and then kill her? Okay, because she's a witch.
But that also kind of goes to show you just how people didn't care at the time.
It was
right.
mass panic.
Yeah, right.
Mass panic is how they were able to put laws in place.
But he had no authority to come up with any law. He was just a guy that decided I'm going to do this and make money.
The Holy Roman Empire killed the most witches.
Who's
The Roman
surprised by
Empire
that?
killed a lot of people, man.
Roughly half of the 35 to 50,000 total executions.
One of my favorite things that people online will be like, Christians, they don't go off trying to spread their religion and killing people over it.
Well, not anymore.
Well, they did.
Not anymore.
They did, and they were pretty successful with it.
They did that for a while.
A whole era of history
Yeah,
dedicated
right.
to the Crusades.
Yeah. Well, the Crusades not so much as the Inquisition.
The Inquisition.
What was I going to say? Oh, man, I forgot what I was going to say about that. Anyway, yeah, the Inquisition. Like, even Christopher Columbus. Yeah, that's what the whole Inquisition was for. That's what I was going for, was to convert people to Christianity. Through torture. You either did it or you're going to do it. But yeah, and like Christopher Columbus happened to mention a menorah in his journal, and he had to go before the Inquisition and explain that. And he had to explain why he used a Jewish thing to the Crusades. He's used it, he said, because he saw UFOs. He's like, these lights are following us like the lights of a menorah, and they're like, not UFOs, buddy. They're like,
UFOs weren't invented back then.
They were. There were UFOs all over the place. Flying shields, all that crap. They've been here forever, man. I'm making a joke out of it, but I believe all this shit. And like Christopher Columbus was on that boat and doing this stuff. It's not pleasant being on a boat for months at a time, and it's scurvy and all that crap. And you see something weird like that. Yeah, you're going to write it down. And why would you make that up and not continue it? If it was just for a goof, why would you not continue your goof and then have a resolution to it? It's just there's some weird things over here. And he happened to be in the Bermuda Triangle when he saw him.
Who knows what's going on there?
Hey.
So
that's just facts. You know what I mean? That's a historical fact. He thought he saw some UFOs. Called him a menorah. It was in the Bermuda Triangle. All the other stuff, gets crapped on and stuff like that. But, hey, that happened.
I kind of want to go to the Bermuda Triangle. Kind of test fate.
There's this movie. We should do it. It's called the Bermuda Triangle or Devil's Triangle. And this boat full of people. Come on, Tom. You had a bunch of aliens up there. These people go into the Bermuda Triangle. They happen to go into the Bermuda Triangle. And, like, a couple of them don't die, but they see these weird things, like someone floating in the middle air and stuff like that. And by the end of the movie, they show exactly what everything is. Like, a swordfish happened to go through their boat and stab somebody, so they looked like they were floating.
Oh, okay.
And all of it was explained rationally. But it was a cool movie. It scared me as a kid.
Scooby-Doo did a Bermuda Triangle movie, too.
Yeah, they did. I don't think I saw it, but...
Pretty good. I like Scooby-Doo. So kind of talk about production about this. I want to talk about the day for night stuff because it is the worst I think I've ever seen.
It's not the worst I've seen.
You've seen worse?
Yeah. Orgy of the Dead, which is a Ed Wood movie. Uh-huh. All the movie is, these people go to a place and women dance around in bikinis, basically, different kinds of bikinis that are supposed to be voodoo. But they're driving, and it's day for night, and it looks terrible. You got the lights on, and it's just way too bright and just looks weird color.
Well,
then they go to the interior shots, and it's pitch black. It's terrible.
That's kind of what this one did too, where like there's a part where I think Vincent is riding at night and he comes across the group of people who are going to take him to town, and one of them's looking up talking to Vincent, and he's got his whole face squinted because the sun's right here. Everything's casting not even moonlight shadows.
Yeah.
Massive midday shadows. The sky's still blue with the rolling clouds. Like, it looks like daytime.
Yeah, sometimes at night when you can see like the moon is shining onto clouds, I think of it like that. I'm like, well, no, I guess it does look kind of real because it looks fake. The sky looks fake.
Yeah, and it's I don't know. It's the shots in this were like he's riding down the road slowly, going this way. They cut something else, now it's coming back the same road, same angle, same everything, coming this way because like that's what they did.
Yeah,
they
right.
had what 14 days to shoot this, or 14 weeks. Like it was.
I don't think it was weeks.
It
was
very,
pretty
very quick.
They're all
turnaround.
pretty quick.
I had that written down somewhere. Filming wrapped on November 13th, 1967. It's not telling me when it started.
It probably wasn't
Began
very
on
long.
the 18th of September.
Yeah, so about 6 weeks,
Yeah.
give or take.
So it really, man, was a very quick shoot.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot here. You know what I mean? It's not should be taking super long, you know.
Oh, yeah, right. No. As long as you got professional people working, you could knock that stuff out in one take lots of times.
So we brought up that Donald Pleasance was supposed to be...
Holy crap, I was just going to go there.
Our lead here. And at this time, I can see that. Because
Sure.
I know Donald Pleasance from Halloween. When I
Donald
think
Pleasance
of that name,
is great.
that's where I go.
Yeah.
But there was something recently that I saw him in around this time, and I was like, oh, he's got a pretty good range.
What is it called? Was it a World War II movie? The Great Escape.
No, I think it might have been like the Oblong Box or something.
Oh, one of them kind of movies.
Yeah. Another one of these.
You know, he's a good actor. He was in Columbo and stuff, too. He's good.
Well, I love him in Halloween. I think he's one of the best
great in
parts.
Halloween, yeah. So that's who Michael Reeves, Matt Reeves. Michael Reeves wanted.
But was thrusted Vincent on him.
Right.
Who he did not like.
And he let Vincent Price know that.
Immediately.
See, now, I hear more stuff like this, but I also heard that Michael Reeves, there was that animosity, and then he kept it going so that Vincent's performance would be basically what he got. He would get that kind of a performance. But I think after the movie came out and they saw it, they kind of became friends.
I don't think they did.
That's the story I heard.
According to what I read, that is not the case.
That neither one of them liked each other after that?
So, well, he died shortly after this.
Right. Well, a few months. After it came out, though, right?
Yeah, after it came out, Vincent wrote Michael a 5-page paper because he saw it, and he's like, oh, okay, I see what he's going for. And, yeah, this is really good. And he's like, yeah, this is awesome. This is fantastic. You did a good job. And, like praised the movie, and all he responded was, I know you would like it. like it was animosity.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense than after I've heard more.
Vincent flies in, didn't meet him at the airport.
Yeah,
just stuffed him with an assistant. Was like when they first met, he's like, I don't want you. I still don't want you.
You were thrust on me.
Stuck with you.
Yeah,
and
I'm stuck with you.
So that's a whole from jump.
Yeah.
He didn't like him. He thought Vincent was kind of too full of himself. They had one of the biggest quotes from this production was Vincent saying, I have been in 87 movies. What have you done? And he said, I did 3 good ones.
Yeah.
And I have not heard of, other than this one, I haven't heard of those 3.
Yeah. I haven't heard of them either.
I'll pull them up because.
But I guess Vincent thought that was hilarious and was cracking up laughing.
He might have later on, but there was no friendship on this. Like the way, and I probably kind of teased this earlier, the way this movie ends, where Vincent's gored by the axe.
Yeah.
He told Rupert
not to hold back.
Don't hold back.
Yeah.
Really, really, really give it to him because he wanted to hurt Vincent.
Right, but he had extra padding and stuff on. So
the assistant guy heard him say that stuff.
Oh.
And the assistant guy made sure his suit had padding in it.
He does go to town on him too.
He does. He does not hold back.
It's very cool.
So Reeves did Castle of the Living Dead, which I've not heard or seen. The She-Beast, which I have heard of.
Yeah, I've heard
passing.
that one too.
The Sorcerers, which...
The Sorcerers, I had just heard about that today, and I kind of want to see it now.
I think I might have, but...
Boris Karloff's in it.
I could also be... could be thinking of, like, Sorcerer, the...
The Sorcerers are Boris Karloff and his wife. They're old people. Mm-hmm. Devise a thing that they can control or feel the feelings of other people and control them, and then they have those people kill people, and they get that sensation of killing people. And it's all psychedelic. The guy that worked with Pink Floyd did all this psychedelic stuff for the movie, so it sounds kind of interesting. Yeah.
So there was that, and then there was a part where Vincent Price shoots his rifle, or shoots his flintlock on the horse. And Reeves told him to do that. He said, "Put the gun right in between the horse's ears, pull the trigger. It's a blank. It's not going to hurt anybody." And Vincent's like, "You want me to shoot a gun in between a horse's ears?
Right.
You're going to scare the horse.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that." He's like, "You're doing it. Do it." He does it. The horse bucks him.
Yeah, of course.
Immediately. And Vincent gets hurt. But he did it on purpose.
Right.
He really, really did not want this man here. And there's a whole... you could make a whole... Like, they're making that Rocky movie.
Yeah, right.
You could probably make a movie.
That'd be pretty cool,
stuff.
yeah. But I also heard that the catering truck broke down, so Vincent fed all 60 people. And I guess Michael Reeves was impressed by that, which is really cool.
So, and Vincent, I mean, he was I don't want to say snooty guy, because he really wasn't snooty.
Right.
But he was a what is the word I'm thinking of? Like, he was a curator of art. He viewed the world. He went and explored everything. He spent in
he was a savant.
Worldly.
He was what?
A savant.
He was a savant. Like, he was a very knowledge, well-lived man who, even before getting into filming, explored the world. Like, his father was a pharmacist guy, and his grandfather invented I believe cream of tartar or something like that. And that's where and candies and stuff like that. Like, they were something from nothing people, and I want to see the world, Dad. And they sent him on the world.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And he became really good friends with this Broadway actress who the name's slipping me. Who's like, "Hey, you should try it." And he did, and fell in love with it. And then as his fame and popularity grew, he became like, I've got his cookbooks.
Yeah,
he did radios. He did a whole. I think it's on the third Vincent Price thing. He did a whole evening with Edgar Allan Poe where he's just reading the stories. He's got albums talking about actual witches and stuff like that. Like, he was a very well cultured man.
Yeah, right.
So and a very kind person. Like, that was something he lived by, was just spreading kindness. And which is why he would do stuff like that. He would cater things. He would
well, he had the skill to do it too.
Yeah. Well, and then, like, you could go to Sears and buy real artwork.
Sears used to be a department store like Walmart, except without the groceries.
That he himself would curate and make real classic, like you would go see at a museum, affordable for the everyday man. Like, he was not just somebody who was full of himself.
Right.
He was confident.
He wasn't
in
pretentious.
himself.
He was just confident.
Yeah.
Right.
And, like,
big difference.
It's interesting. It's just interesting to see that. So when you've got
I think he's
two
a pretty
big
cool guy.
personalities clashing,
they're
gonna clash. But yeah,
plus also I'm told I have to do this, and now I really have to do it.
Right.
You're not gonna. You're the one you're getting taken it out on, not your bosses.
Well, and like Vincent had a contract with AIP. This
obviously.
wasn't like how it is today, where like.
No,
I can sign with Marvel, do a Marvel movie. But then I can also do Dr. Dolittle or
Right.
Uncharted or whatever. Marvel would have owned me.
Yeah.
And I did what Marvel told me to do.
Right.
That's what the studio system was. Like, Humphrey Bogart didn't get to pick which movies he was doing.
Right.
Humphrey Bogart.
Like, nobody wanted to be in Casablanca.
This is your movie.
Yeah.
Like,
This is
here's
what you're
the
doing this
script.
week.
Yeah. So that's what they did with Vincent. Like, they owned him. So whatever he was gonna do. It's his job.
Yeah.
It's his job as an actor.
So it's not really his fault he's
No.
in this movie,
It's what
but he
they
had
told
to
him to do.
take all the crap for it.
However, I'm trying to make art, and the producers are telling me I've got to change the guy I really want.
Right.
I really want Donald. I wrote this for him.
Yeah.
Well, too bad where you got this guy. And he didn't like
And I
that.
guess they had to change the screenplay to accommodate Vincent Price, yeah.
Accompany that. This movie also went through a lot of censorship.
Yeah.
What I feel like is a nothing scene.
For nowadays, it's nothing.
Even back then,
I don't. England is different though. Like the Ninja Turtles don't have nunchucks in England. I think to this day they
That's
can't have
wild.
nunchucks. So they're kind of weird. They're not like us, where we get something edgy and now something offensive is now commonplace.
Keep talking. Give me 1 second. Max is going wild upstairs.
What was I also thinking about with this Witchfinder General? Oh, so yeah, I was watching. I wasn't really getting into it, and then I'm like, was determined to keep watching it, and I kind of was getting the feeling more of the historical drama that it is, and it's more. If you go into it that way, it's way better. And if you look into who the real person was, that's really interesting too. Did you watch this, Randy Official?
Heck no!
See anything about it? Yeah, it's not really
This
your
does
cup
not
of tea.
look like I would like it.
No.
No, it's not. And it's a good 60s movie. But that's what I was the soldier guy, Ogilvy. He took over a TV show that Roger Moore used to do, and now I can't think of the name of it. And then when Roger Moore was going to stop being James Bond, he was going to take over from James Bond, and he would have been a good James Bond, the soldier guy in this, yeah. But Roger Moore, like they're kind of friends too, was yes and knowing the James Bond thing. So by the time he said no for good, Ogilvy was like, I'm not going to bother trying this anymore. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I thought, yeah, that was pretty cool. I think he would have been a better James Bond than the one they got, Timothy Dalton. He's my least favorite James Bond.
That's wild to say.
He's only in 3 of them.
Because Timothy Dalton,
he's a good actor. I like
he's
Timothy
a really
Dalton.
good actor and is in Doctor Who. He plays Rassilon there for a little bit.
He's in Hot Fuzz too.
He's also in Hot Fuzz, and he's in Looney Tunes Back in Action as not James Bond.
Yeah,
but
right.
James Bond.
Not James Bond.
And
Flash Gordon. He's the ruler of the forest.
Yeah,
people.
he is.
He's the one fighting on that thing where the spikes come up.
Yeah. I like that movie. Is so fun. Flash Gordon is a blast.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, so like we got like a lot of just wildness that this movie has, and I do kind of think that like even if it's a series, like a behind the scenes making of these movies where it's kind of over dramatized or whatever,
Right.
would be kind of a cool idea.
It would be a cool idea because there's one called Saturday Night where it's the first 90 minutes before or the 90 minutes before the first Saturday Night Live, which was only called Saturday Night at the time. And that was I thought it was pretty interesting. If you don't care, you might be bored with it, but I thought it was pretty cool. And they do that kind of stuff all the time. And then this new Rocky movie is coming out.
The new Rocky movie, which I find to be weird that they're doing movies like that while it's still
the people are still alive,
relevant.
yeah, right.
And like Sylvester's story with that is a really cool story to tell.
Yeah.
You know, but like they've got like shot for shot remakes of the actual movie too. So I wonder how much of this movie is going to be the movie Rocky. You know, and
it's probably just a few shots.
I hope so, because like otherwise I'm just watching Rocky with a different guy.
Nobody wants
like
to do
the
that.
whole where he's running in Philadelphia, and he turns around, the guy throws the orange at him, and he catches
Yeah.
it. Like, they recreate that shot. I mean, that's very well known to be completely improvised and just something that happened on day of. But, like, are they doing it as a nod to that story, or are they going to call cut and be like, no, keep it, it's a good thing, you know, it's
Right. Well, I guess we have to watch it and find out.
Yeah, you know, like, I like, or you could, I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't know how they're going to work it. I'm kind of interested to see it.
Well, the Bruce Springsteen biography movie, I can't think of the name of it right now, was only like, it's in between, it's when he records Nebraska, or writes it, and some of the stuff that goes into becoming Born in the USA is in it too. But it's like 2 months, maybe 6 weeks of Bruce Springsteen's life of this part. It's not his, like, starting out and all that and how he gets to be popular and all that. It's nothing like that.
Is that not called Born to Run?
No, it's not called Born to Run. It's
There's
called
a
something
Springsteen
else.
movie called Born to Run, though. I
What?
think it might be. There's a Bruce Springsteen movie called Born to Run.
Well, there's an album called Born to Run.
I know that, but if it wasn't that, then it's like a group of kids who one of them absolutely loves Bruce Springsteen and
That's
wants
what
to
it
escape
is.
his
It's
town or something like that.
It's something like that, yeah. But yeah, I thought that movie was really cool. And he kind of, it's like the Bob Dylan movie, too. Like, it's not just he's a shiny, perfect person and a hero. He's a regular guy. He hooks up with this girl and then basically dumps her. He uses her for his own personal, emotional stuff. And then goes on and becomes Bruce Springsteen of the 80s. You know what I mean? He kind of dirts her. And like Bob Dylan in that movie, he's a jerk.
Yeah.
And it's Timothée Chalamet does a great job with it. But it's like it's not just hero worship.
The movie
Movies they make with warts and all. Very good.
But
Witchfinder General is worth watching. It's very cool.
Yeah, Witchfinder General was
Don't
definitely
think you're
going to
be scared though. It's a historical drama.
You might get sick to your stomach.
You might,
you know,
because
but
it is
like,
gross.
It's not. He's a boogeyman.
Yeah.
See, that's what's kind of crazy. Is like it's got all of the elements that you would use to describe a horror movie.
Yep.
But it's not.
It's
framed
not scary
that way.
like that. No.
Because like he is a guy who comes at night who takes the innocents and hurts them. And he's gone the next day, kind of thing. Like, and it's I don't know, it's wild. He also completely objectifies any woman he can get his hands on.
Oh yeah,
and like
he's the monster of the movie.
There are some pretty aggressive, like stomach churning scenes in this that you're just like, oh, this is just F these people, man. And I'm glad that they got their comeuppance in this because they didn't in real life, and that it really sucks, man. When you find out that some evil bastard
that's the way life goes.
Yeah, just lived his life.
Yep.
Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. But we get our vengeance in this. Vincent Price, I think this is one of my favorite performances from him.
Yeah, he does a great job.
And I'm a fan of the campy, silly, goofy wizard Vincent Price too. So like, this would be something I'd recommend to people if they wanted to see the caliber in which he can bring.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Because a lot of people my age might only know him as the creator from Edward Scissorhands. And maybe Ratigan from The Great Mouse Detective.
Maybe. And then the voice in Thriller.
That's probably where they know him from. And that's how when I'm like, because, I mean, he's a guy from 100 years ago.
Yeah, right.
And I love him. So when I'm like, yeah, it's a Vincent Price movie, I will get, well, who's that a lot. And then we'll go into the movie. But this is one of his shining movies, I think.
Yeah, it's worth watching, definitely. Especially if you are in a history kind of mood.
Or for something a little different.
Yeah.
Because it is a little different.
It's
not what you're expecting. But that's really all I had to say about this one. I think we covered
check it out.
Just about everything. We didn't really go into the plot, which I kind of like.
So you're right. We did.
People can, experience it for themselves. We did a good job kind of talking about everything else but the story itself. And there are a lot of kills for people who like kills.
Yeah,
they're just a little bit more on the sad side than
right.
They're undeserving. But yeah, that'll be it for this week. I know I promised something special for this week, and that is yet to come. Well, actually, it could still come because we're recording this one day late. but on the horizon
Mm-hmm.
comes something great. So this has to come out first now because I'm building it up. But tune in next week. We got something great coming. Something mysterious. Something the world is not ready for. Something wicked, maybe. One of the greatest movies of all time.
It is.
It is. It really is. This movie holds
really
up.
is.
I'm glad I brought this down because the VHS I have over there is that same poster. This is so cool. I love
Yeah, it's a
the
great
steelbook.
poster. I love that
Love
style.
the steelbook. But I have been Cheese Film.
And I am Hecubus.
And this has been the Cult of Cheese Film. Cheese Film.